Welcome back to Sun Devil Extra. It is Hall of Fame weekend here at Arizona State, and we're now joined by one of the 6 inductees into the Sun Devil Hall of Fame, Valerye Boyer-Wells, joining us now here on Sun Devil Extra. And before we get into questions with Valerye, I'm going to take you through a little bit of her resume, and it's going to be lengthy, so bear with me here. 4-year track star here at Arizona State, a 6-time All-American. I hope you're not too humble, because I'm about to really flatter you, by the way. Are you ready for this? Okay.
Right.
4 different events, 6-time All-American, was part of 2 national championship teams, held 4 different school records at the time of her graduation, one of which was just broken not too long ago in the 200 meter. We'll talk more about that in our conversation, but it wasn't just athletics that made Valerye truly outstanding. After she graduated from Arizona State with her undergrad, she then went to law school, and would graduate from Sandra Day O'Connor Law School in 1985, passed the bar in 1986, a judge at the Mesa Municipal Court after that. Just a phenomenal career on and off the track, beyond your achievements in athletics. So first off, I want to ask you, how did your athletic career help you reach the levels that you were able to accomplish after you were done running track here at ASU?
Oh, well, first, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
For having me here. I'm pretty excited about it, and I'll do the best I can in answering questions. Everything I learned that's important in life, I learned through track and field. How to set goals, how to be a team member, how to care about someone other than myself, understanding what I do does affect other people, and what they do affects me. Running track, I started when I was 10. And Title IX had just kind of kicked in. And my track coach, who was my elementary school PE teacher, Jim Ciccarello, who's still my good friend, and who will be here for the Hall of Fame luncheon, he told me when I was 10 years old that if I ran fast enough, I could go to college for free. Free? Like, free? Pretty good.
Yeah.
And my mom raised 7 kids by herself, and going to college, she wasn't going to be able to pay for. Mm-hmm. So free sounded good.
Yeah.
So that was my goal. My goal at 10 years old was to run track, to go to college, and not to be an Olympian, not to be a world-class sprinter, not to be a school record holder, but run well enough to go to college. And I did that plus some. And just learning how to be patient with myself. When you're injured, you're injured. You've got to give yourself slack. When you feel good, you do good.
Yeah.
You don't give excuses. You own what you do, own what you say, own how you treat people. Just do the best you can and work hard.
I want you to look back on your time at ASU for a moment.
Okay.
And what are some of those memories you can really still feel and live vividly? It can be either your time on the track competing and having success as you did, or studying. What are some of those memories that first come to mind when you think of your time as a student here?
Wow, what a great question. One memory that I absolutely embrace and love is how we warmed up at track meets. We had some awesome young ladies from New Jersey, and they did chants and they sang, and so our whole warm-up drill, people would come to track meets early just to watch the team warm up. And we did our laps. We would do running drills, the exercises, the chants, like, you know, when you're like military kind of
Sure.
running and chants. That was just so awesome, because it didn't matter whether you're a weight person or a sprinter or a distance, it was the team, and we all did it. And we did it at the beginning of the meet. Everybody warmed up. It didn't matter when your race was.
Right.
It was just a team warm up. And that was pretty cool. The other memories I have, I didn't really realize how much I love running. I would go to class, walk to class, and break out in a jog and not realize I'm jogging. Because I just really liked running. And that's kind of weird. Like, are you in a hurry? No.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
I just And then I would find myself getting my little jog, and I'm like, well, I'm not in a hurry. Why are you running? And it just felt good. I like the fact that when I went to school, I never dressed in sweats. I always dressed for class. And unless you knew I was an athlete, you wouldn't know. You know, because I wasn't going around telling you unless you came to track meet and just knew what I looked like.
Right.
I was a student when I was a student. My goal was to get a degree. I had 4 years to do it and get in, get out, and get on. Was the goal. I would say the people that I met, I kind of grew up with. The people in college are the people you kind of learn how to play well with others, so to speak, how to encourage somebody else or someone encourage you, how to deal with conflicts if you have conflicts with somebody. The members of the track team, men and women, was great. It was fun. We still talk and joke with each other. I know some of them, their spouses or exes or their kids. It's just wonderful memories.
You know, you hear all the time that your college years are so transformational, and it's really where you can change as a human being for the better, and certainly it seems like you found your footing here in Phoenix, originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We were just talking about that off air. What made you fall in love with this place and ultimately decide to stay here for all the years after you've graduated as well?
That I tell you, as an age grouper running track, coming to Arizona for track meets, they had a 10-lane track. It was gold, it was beautiful. I fell in love with the track. And I was like, wow, to run here. The weather was good, it didn't snow.
Yep.
It might rain, it was hot as all get out. that heat was, I got heat stroke the first week I got here. Was not used to that. But the track was just beautiful. The campus was awesome. When I looked at Gamage, oh my God, I've never seen a building so pretty. I liked running around the campus, like just jogging around, because you could do that. Now, this place is so huge.
Right.
You get hit by a train. It's just the feel. I like the girls that were coming also, Rhonda Brady, Kathy Crawford, Brenda Calhoun, Frida Cobb. I mean, these ladies were coming to Arizona State. Like, I want to be in that number. And so, and Sue Humphrey, she was really plugged in to all of us young ladies who are running, you know, club track. It was just everything.
Again, we're here with Valerye Boyer-Wells, one of 6 inductees into the Sun Devil Hall of Fame later this weekend. And I want to ask you about what that honor has been like for you in terms of knowing that your name and everything you accomplished here is going to be with us for the rest of time. It's quite the honor, and I know it means a lot to you clearly, but you know, just tell me a little bit about how special this has been for you and your family, knowing that you are about to be inducted into the Sun Devil Hall of Fame.
See, you're not supposed to ask that.
It's my job, I'm sorry.
I didn't even bring tissue because I said I wasn't going to cry. I can't find the words. I really can't. You're going to make me mess my makeup up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I told you we'd laugh. I didn't tell you we would cry.
Yeah. The thing about being in the Hall of Fame is you run or you compete and you do the best that you can do no matter what.
Right.
I never ran thinking, oh God, this will get me into the Hall of Fame. I never ran for that. I just ran to do the best that I could and to make my coaches proud, to make my team members proud, to make, you know, my school or my city. I got inducted into the Albuquerque, the New Mexico State Hall of Fame back in 2003, and I was blown away by that. And it was quite the honor. Arizona State feels different. I'm trying to find the right words, and usually I'm not at loss for words, but to compete and not realize how good you are, because you're just running, and you're just trying to do well for your school, and or the letter, or to just be a champion, or just do the best that we could. And I guess I assumed I did well, but I never really thought about Hall of Fame. And when I did, it was like, well, I guess we were good, but maybe I wasn't that good. You know, like
Sure.
like check yourself,
Sure.
right? And to go through and be a student athlete and really be on the dean's honor roll, and to do well in school, and run my whole career, and then boom, I'm off to law school and have an entire career as a lawyer, and then as a judge and a retired judge, and I still pro tem as a judge. And then they induct me. I think it's more overwhelming for me now because of all the things I have done than if it would have been 10 years out of school. Because I would have thought I was a good athlete. But this showed me that I transcended everything I did from sports into life.
Sure.
Not just career, but into life. Everything is at that status, at that level. I've been married 43 years. I have 4 kids. 2 of them, I said I'd do it, poof, I had 2 kids. They were 5 and 8. I gave birth to kids. I had 6 grandchildren, one's in heaven. 2 great-grandchildren. Our great-grandson was born in April. I really feel like ASU said, let me look at all of you and honor all of you. And that's what this Hall of Fame feels like.
Well, I'll tell you this, and we'll end on this. I think that 10-year-old girl from Albuquerque, New Mexico would be very proud of all the great things you did, not only, of course, competing in track and field, but everything you've done beyond it. A true embodiment of what a Sun Devil is, both competing and after graduation as well. Valerye Boyer Wells joining us here on Sun Devil Extra. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much, Brady.
We'll be back with more.